Welcome back to Euro Football Daily for this week's edition of Euro Transfer Talk. We have a bumper show lined up for you today filled with all the biggest rumours concerning the continent's biggest talents. So let's jump straight into it. We kick off in Bavaria, where Bayern Munich, as away from their crucial Champions League tie against Lazio, are facing some bad news. With Jerome Boateng and David Alaba expected to leave this summer, it appears that Niklas Sule is Chelsea's top defensive target in the next window. Spanish outlet Todo Fajais claimed the Blues are keen to sign the 25-year-old German with a potential fee of €30 million being mooted. With Fikayo Tomori playing in Milan, Tuchel has had to lean on Antonio Rudiger or Andreas Christensen, neither of whom have looked particularly convincing, to play alongside Thiago Silva and Azpilicueta thus far. And with Thiago Silva 36 and currently out injured, it was Kurt Zuma who stepped into their backline for their clash against Southampton on Saturday, with the Blues conceding a very straightforward goal to slip 2 points behind West Ham in the chase for the top four. With Sule only having 18 months left on his contract, this move could actually materialise, and Bayern chief Karl-Heinz Rummenigge has admitted the financial situation might force their hand. He told ZFD, "We will look at the whole thing seriously and calmly by the summer," before continuing, "If we find a solution, we are happy to extend the contract, but that will only be possible under certain conditions." While Sule is a fantastic prospect, injuries have hampered him in recent years. He missed 35 games last campaign with 3 separate issues, including a cruciate injury, and has missed a further 4 this term, limiting him to just 15 Bundesliga appearances and 11 starts to date. In truth, he hasn't been at his best this season, with both Bayern's goals they conceded at the weekend against Eintracht Frankfurt Sule's fault. But at €30 million, he would still be a risk worth taking for Chelsea. Blues fans, we want to hear from you though. Are you keen on this deal? Let us know down below. We head from southeast Germany to North London now, where Arsenal are eyeing up more moves for some of the continent's brightest talents. Last week we brought you the news that the Gunners were considering making Dani Ceballos' loan move permanent, alongside signing Odsonne Edouard and Sporting's Thiago Thomas. This Tuesday though, the internet is awash with rumours that the 13-time English champions are considering moves for Club Brugge defender Odilon Kossounou and Sevilla's Bryan Gil. 20-year-old Ivory Coast international Kossounou has been a regular for the Belgian side this term, racking up 28 appearances in all competitions with 19 starts in the Belgian Premier League. Former Arsenal players Aboué and Gervinho have recommended the club sign their fellow Elephants international, although there is said to be interest from Wolves and both Milan clubs in the right-footed centre-back who is valued at £7.2 million by Transfermarkt. But arguably more exciting is the club's pursuit of Sevilla's Bryan Gil, who has been ripping it up on loan at Eibar this term. The 20-year-old has made 18 appearances in all competitions at the time of writing, with 3 goals and 3 assists to show for his efforts. Mundo Deportivo claims that Arsenal will face competition from Barcelona though. Blaugrana scout Manny revealed the 5-time European champions were interested in the player, labelling him the best footballer in Spain. Gil is believed to have a €35 million release clause in his current contract, although Sevilla are said to be working on trying to increase that to a mega €150 million, something that will put paid to any deal this summer. Arsenal fans, what do you make of these potential deals though, and do you think that you can get them done? Staying in Spain now, where it appears that Liverpool are considering signing one of La Liga's biggest stars. Lucas Ocampos has emerged as one of Sevilla's most deadly attackers since joining from Marseille in July 2019 for a fee believed to be around £13.5 million. He's contributed 24 goals and 9 assists in 75 games for the club, helping them to a Europa League title in his first season in southern Spain. But according to La Razón, his time in La Liga might soon be coming to an end, with Liverpool considering signing the 7-capped Argentine in exchange for Takumi Minamino, currently on loan at Southampton. Ocampos is said to have a €64 million release clause in his contract, whilst Minamino is worth around €70 million, meaning Liverpool will have to raise over €45 million in order to complete the exchange. Would it be worth it? Not in our opinion, no. Whilst 26-year-old Japanese international Minamino struggled to impose himself on Merseyside, he's shone so far with the Saints, scoring twice in 3 games, including an excellent finish against Chelsea last weekend. Is it really wise to pay €45 million and Minamino to bring in Ocampos, who has only returned 7 goals and 4 assists in 31 games this season, from his position on the left wing? We don't think so, so we're giving this one a thumbs down. One move that we can get behind though is the Reds' pursuit of Gladbach's Florian Neuhaus, with kicker claiming Klopp's side are preparing to pay his €40 million release clause this summer. A brilliant all-round midfielder who has 8 league goal contributions this term, the 3-cap German international would be the perfect replacement for Gini Wijnaldum if he decides to leave. It's fair to say it's not been the best few weeks for fans of Tottenham Hotspur. 1 win and 5 defeats in their last 6 games has left the club in 9th, 9 points off the top 4 as speculation around Jose Mourinho's job continues to grow. Despite the Daily Mail claim that Mourinho's job was under threat prior to their 2-1 defeat at the hands of West Ham on Sunday, the back pages are still filled with reports of who the Lilywhites are targeting this summer to arrest their slump. Rumours persist around their potential capture of RB Leipzig captain Marcel Sabitzer, who helped vanquish the club from the Champions League in 2019-20's last 16, which on current form could be their final UCL game in a while. The versatile 26-year-old who can play on the wing as a number 10 or in midfield only has 18 months remaining on his current deal. And the German side signed Dominik Szoboszlai in January to cover for his eventual departure, making a move to North London a distinct possibility. But that's not the only big name being linked with the club, with Gazzetta dello Sport claiming Spurs retain an interest in Inter Milan's Milan Skriniar, who is now valued at over €60 million by the Italian table toppers. After missing 3 of their first 5 league games of the season with Covid, Skriniar has featured in every league game since, with Inter only losing 1 of those 17 matches, with 13 victories, the latest of which was that 3-0 battering of rivals Milan on Sunday. The 26-year-old Slovakian international has 2.5 years remaining on his current contract, and would be a massive upgrade on their current options of Sanchez, Dar and Alderweireld. Of course, it is incredibly unlikely that either of those players will swap Leipzig, currently 2 points off Bayern in the Bundesliga, or Inter, 4 points ahead in the Serie A race for Spurs if they finish outside of the Champions League. So don't get too excited, Spurs fans. For our penultimate story, we bring you the news that Man United are considering selling David De Gea this summer, and rather than replace him with Dean Henderson, are eyeing up an expensive replacement. According to Todo Vijay's, the United hierarchy have grown tired of De Gea's inconsistent form, and will offload him this summer with Juventus, AC Milan and Bayern Munich, known to be admirers of the 45-cap Spaniard. Should the right offer come along, the Red Devils would apparently be willing to sell, and the man they have earmarked to replace him is none other than 21-year-old goalkeeping sensation Gianluigi Donnarumma. Despite his tender age, the shot-stopper has already racked up 22 caps for Italy and over 230 appearances for the Rossoneri, sticking with them through their troubled recent history and helping put them into title contention this season. He's a quite simply excellent keeper, with his save percentage only once dipping below 72% in the last 5.5 seasons, whilst he has saved 12.9 expected goals since the start of 2018-19, compared to David De Gea's 10.9 in the same period, 72% of which came in the Spaniard's remarkable 2018-19 campaign. There are a few issues though. Firstly, Donnarumma's agent is Mino Raiola, who has a notoriously frosty relationship with United and Solskjaer, and the Red Devils are reportedly targeting a centre-back and striker this summer, making it unlikely that it also make a change between the sticks. Finally, although Donnarumma is yet to sign an extension on his deal which expires this summer, so he could be signed on a free, he is reportedly seeking wages of €10 million per season, so he isn't the cheapest option. Selling De Gea and getting his €430,000 per week wages off the books is a good idea long term, but one we just can't see happening this summer. What do you make of it though, United fans? Would you sell De Gea or prioritise other areas? Get your thoughts as ever down below. Now it's time for our headline story, and it's a big one. PSG have made Harry Kane their top transfer target this summer. That's according to the Mirror, who claim that former Spurs boss Mauricio Pochettino, who has previously been linked with moves for Dele Alli and Hugo Lloris, sees Lilywhite's golden boy Kane as the perfect summer signing. The report adds though that Spurs won't consider selling their talisman, who has scored a ridiculous 209 goals in 319 games for the club, for anything less than £150 million this summer. The 27-year-old England captain is said to be happy in North London, but still hasn't won a trophy, with his best of runners-up medal in the Champions League in 2019 and a third-place finish with England in the Nations League that summer. With Everton demanding £70 million for Moise Kean according to Fabrizio Romano, the World Cup Golden Boot winner, who has contributed 24 league goals in 24 games this term, would be a brilliant addition. With PSG said to be prioritising the re-signing of Kylian Mbappe at the moment, having already extended Neymar's deal in the French capital, this move seems unlikely. But if Spurs finish outside of the top 4 for the second successive season, we can see Kane looking elsewhere. And frankly, who could blame him? It's certainly going to be a rough few months for fans of Spurs. So guys, that was all we've got time for on Euro Transfer Talk for this week. What did you guys think of the stories? Do you think any of these will actually come true? Let me know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe and click on screen for another great EFD video. And I'll catch you on the flip side.